This is the Newsload.
Hello, I'm Carrie Anne with Newsload. We're here in London, Ontario, interviewing Rob Pugh. Hello, Rob.
How are you?
I'm great. Where are you right now?
I'm at home.
Where's that?
Ottawa.
Ottawa. Excellent. So, did you experience the honking protest?
Oh, no. That was all down by the Parliament buildings.
You're like suburban?
Well, I mean, Ottawa's just urban sprawl, right? I don't think anyone really lives down where they were protesting. There are people who live there, but it's not a heavily populated area, which is why I found it ridiculous. Who in their right mind would protest in Ottawa? Like the town is ineffectual. Like it's a nothing town. It's a government town, you know, and government doesn't do anything it's not paid to do. So those people were in bed. Government people were in bed while the protesters were protesting. It didn't.
Trudeau went skiing in Whistler.
What's that?
Didn't Trudeau just take off for 3 weeks and go skiing in Whistler?
Would have been a smart move. I think it's not bad.
Hey, man, we're on vacay.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I don't know. I think if you can deal with a protest with a fire hose, it's not really a protest.
My favorite is like they had tents set up and they were honking, and there are pictures of like flags and stuff, which is, you know, sometimes not very nice flags. But there was a picture of a boy who was lying in the snow, not doing anything, just lying in the snow peacefully. And they picked him up and hurled him away and arrested him and all the, you know, nonsense. And it's like, aw, that's Canadian protest. And I remember seeing the protest in Vancouver where the guy was just like bear spraying all the kids just sitting there, not doing anything. Like, you know, we're nice protesters. Nobody got shot, you know. Yeah, we're like, hey, we don't want to give papers to eat at a restaurant anymore because like this sucks.
Yeah. Well, I wish they'd have some conviction. I wish the protesters would have some conviction or at least a solid game plan. I'm not even really sure what they set out to do.
Yeah.
Did they think that they were going to Did they think that people were going to reverse track on vaccinations and masks in public? Or I'm really not sure what their ideas were. Or if they think that.
Do you think the protests stopped the masks, or do you think the masks just like whittled out naturally? It just organically disappeared?
I think the masks were just the best prophylactic choice. Like there is no plan, you know. There were the people going, well, it's not that bad, you know. Meanwhile, the elderly are dropping off like flies. And so that's just ridiculous. I think people just did their best to not be as afraid as they were. You know, everybody was ignorant then. So I don't care if you mask or don't mask, but I don't want you to yell in my face about what you believe. I don't care. I just don't care what you believe, you know. So.
Do you I guess I'll jump right into my questions. I'm so sorry we immediately just like Ottawa. Right. But the recent news that we've had is the balloon being shot down. What are your thoughts on that?
I know they're not aliens. I'll tell you that right now. I think people are pretty funny when it comes to things they're scared of. I think whenever anything invades someone's airspace, it gets shot down. And I think that there's a lot going on right now, and people are looking for someone to point a finger at something. I don't think the balloons is news. I don't think it's news worthy.
Are you finding people are angrier now on at your shows and such, like the whole Will Smith getting slapped at the Oscars? And I'm hearing, like, let's be honest, you know, I hate to reference the movie Roadhouse, but they had chicken wire on stage in the 80s, you know, like it's not that bad anymore, you know, just don't get on stage, you know.
It's
like,
true.
Stay off my
Do
block.
not walk up on stage. Do
Yeah.
not walk up on the stage. It's a green light. There's no cop that's going to charge the comedian for hitting you with that mic stand.
Yeah.
I had somebody walk on stage, I want to say a year ago now, probably a year ago, try to attack me on stage, and that didn't go well for that person. And the cops all they did was laugh. So
Can I ask you what you were talking about to get this guy to rush you? Like, were you insulting them?
well, I asked them to be quiet.
Oh,
I
okay.
asked them to be quiet
That's
in a stern and very mean way.
What was your mean way of saying? Do you remember?
No, I just told them shut up, Added probably a little more color to it, but anytime anybody steps on the stage that's not supposed to be there, it's a green light scenario. I mean, I'll tell this to anybody. If you want to walk on stage while I'm on stage, go ahead. I have a lot to get out. I would love to.
Hey, you're
I would love to do
boy,
it again.
eh? Like you're kind of tall and big, eh? Like you're kind of football size.
I'm pretty well. For a comedian, I'm large. For an athlete, I'm probably average size. So
all right. So I asked you a question.
Yeah, I'm like 6 feet, 200 and some pounds.
Yeah. So you can defend yourself if somebody gets on. So a year ago, you're lipping off, you're chirping, if you will.
Yeah.
And
I was
the stage.
Well, yeah, I just someone had talked through the whole show, and I expressed my dislike for it aggressively, and then the guy just took it as like, oh, I can walk on the stage and do what I'd like, and then he did that, and then there were 10 cops in the room by the end of the show. So it was a mess. It was a mess. You know what here's the coolest part about it. Like, if anybody's ever in a bar fight, you don't worry about the two people in the altercation. They're fine. Getting punched doesn't hurt. It's the people that are around you that are dangerous, like this guy's wife, for example. So we're on the ground, we're rolling around, and then she comes and starts stepping her stilettos in the back of my head, which is fine because my wife gets to get involved then. So mine had just finished getting her hip worked on. She had some hip surgery. Well, she comes across the room in crutches and just absolutely doofs this guy's wife, like lights out. I don't know if I've ever been so in love before in my life. Like, it really changed our relationship for the better, I trust her now. Like, I can take her anywhere. I'm like, we're good. She's
your ride or die.
Oh yeah, whether I like it or not. Yeah, she's terrifying. I love it. Fantastic.
Do you have children?
No, not yet. Or I don't know. We talk about it. Who knows what'll happen there?
But there's love, and I'm happy to hear when my friends are in love. So, may I ask, where were you born?
I was born on a base in Chilliwack, BC.
That's cool.
Yeah. So I spent a lot of time moving around as a little one.
You're a natural born traveler.
Yeah. I like packing.
What's your favorite snack on the road?
That's a good question. What's my favorite snack? Ooh, like what I will eat, because we're on the road so much, it's just bad, right? But all you can really depend on, and it's kind of sad, is Subway.
Huh.
It's like, it's not good for you. It's not awful if you eat as best as you can. You know what I mean? But it doesn't taste different anywhere. Because I don't know if you've done this. Have you ever gone to like a Taco Bell or something like that, where you're guessing for the rest of the day? Can I breathe out without sharting myself? So that's the whole idea, right? You don't want to stay safe.
You're a kid.
I like chips. Like, if I had to pick a snack that was just like me on a deserted island, I'd probably go Miss Vicky's salt vinegars. I like those a lot.
Yeah,
those are Hawkins cheesies. I like Hawkins cheesies too.
Cheesies, that's great.
Yeah.
They say you're Canadian, right? So you've probably done the Toronto Yuck Yuck circuit and such.
Mhm.
And did you ever sit backstage with Larry Horowitz and hear his shitting himself on stage story?
I think I've heard that story from everybody but Larry,
I would
you
love
know?
to hear your telephone version.
Oh, I I think I believe someone said he ate too much of the, like there's always some food going around at these shows and whatever. So I think he got into like some Caesar salad, if I'm not
Yes,
mistaken.
yes.
And then it just, mayo is tricky. And if it's warm, you're gonna shit your pants. Like there's that. So but then he does like the big bit about like making his head all, like he's really got to push out and that. So I couldn't think of a worse thing to eat before doing a bit that might be dangerous to do.
Requires physical pressure on your rectum.
Yeah, he should. Yeah, he should probably not eat the salad on the road anymore. I don't really do that.
That's been
Really
sitting
do that.
in
You got to
the
be
sun
careful
at
out
the
there.
wedding or whatever he was doing, or at the banquet or something. The patio mayo, like, oh no, that's the barbecue 101. Stay away from the mayo. Like, Jesus.
I've had to leave stage to go to the bathroom before.
Okay, so tell me about that. What was your
Well, twice I've done it, and
okay,
it's not like it's always after eating something gross while you're traveling. I think I was in Newfoundland once, and I was just standing on stage. I was midway through a joke, and my stomach just flipped, and I remember thinking, well, I gotta move. Like I gotta be done right now. So I called the MC back on stage, and I must have been maybe 15 minutes into my show. So I have another 45 minutes to go. So I call the MC up, and I'm like, I am really sorry, everybody. You don't want me to stay up here. I'll tell you that right now. So then I went to the bathroom, and that was like a good 20-minute hiatus in the middle of the show where I just got lighter, and
was it you're holding your head in your hands and you're like, what?
oh, it was awful. It was awful. And then I came back on stage, and I was just, pallid, blood drained from my head, just weak and tired. And I think the crowd was just like, what? Are you okay?
Did you just shoot heroin? What happened?
Yeah, no doubt. It happens when you eat bad food like that. It'll catch you. It'll catch up with you.
Oh yeah, we're sensitive creatures, even just gas station sushi. Don't do it. Just don't.
No, never do that. God Lord. I mean, I don't do sushi from landlocked cities. Like I refuse to eat sushi in Ottawa. I refuse. I can't believe there are sushi joints allowed that are away from the ocean.
Well, what about vegetarian sushi, like cucumber rolls?
That's not sushi. That's not even food.
But it's
what do you mean vegetarian sushi? The whole idea of sushi is to have fish. If you just want rice and cucumber, I'm gonna make you rice and cucumber, but that's not sushi just because you roll it up.
Seaweed. Yeah. Dip it in soy sauce.
That's funny. Yeah. Just add some soy sauce and some onion shoots, and there you go.
And they wear funny hats at the restaurant, so you feel authentic, and then you get your nails all Japanesey, and you make a day of it,
You get some tempura carrot, and then you're.
I like the deep fried yam.
Yeah, they're delicious. I mean, it's all very good. I love that stuff.
If you deep fry anything, really, honestly, it's my favorite. I'm unfortunately a fair carnival food fan.
Oh, it sounds good. I love deep fried food. Who doesn't?
Thank you.
It's so good.
Pizza pop.
I mean, French fries are maybe the best food of all time. Oh, they're right there.
Beignets.
Yum. Yeah. Like Scotch eggs, you can do like that too.
And then you date the guy who collects all the used oil for his environmental situation, and it gets awkward.
Wow. Is that a thing you're doing?
No, I just made it up, but I think
oh wow. I was like, who's this? Who's this fellow? This guy's been watching Last of Us for a while.
those like survival guys, like who don't wear deodorant. Like it's
Oh, you mean like everybody at the gym? I don't know what it is with kids these days, but the younger ones, like I want to say, like the younger comedians out there are stinky. Like my generation of man, use deodorant, and and a little cologne. There's, that's pretty rare. The younger guys wear cologne,
What's
but
your cologne? Like you're not Axe body spray anymore.
no, 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 no. I think I might have a thing of Axe in my hockey bag because it's equally as poisonous. You know what I mean? Like I need something to get rid of that horrible reek. An Axe seems to be enough. I can waste it on that, but I don't. What grown man wears Axe body spray? Come on now.
My father did. I thought it was very cute.
Well, was he working hard out there? Was he out there at the cottage or something, chopping stuff? He can wear whatever he wants. I think if you make it to 62, you can just wear whatever you want. I don't think you can smell stuff anymore.
I'm loving your rules. So if you're younger, like 30, you can't smell. But when
you shouldn't. If you're young, you should try to be your best. You should try and then once you get to 60 or 70, just suck it up and just do the best with what you got, but don't keep adding to it because it just is kind of pathetic,
That's amazing.
Just stick to it.
That's amazing. That's great advice for the young folks.
I don't know about that, but it's fun.
Don't stink, kids.
Don't stink. I'm going to post that later. I'm going to tell everybody that the younger generation of comics smells bad.
Okay. Wash your buttholes.
Yeah, wash your buttholes and your armpits with different cloths. Yeah, you can't wipe your armpit with butthole cloth. That's how we got here.
Or face cloth, like you need a trifecta.
Yeah, clean the face first. Face first, then armpits, then butthole. Okay. I mean, Martha Stewart's not going to tell you how to do this stuff.
Oh, Martha Stewart is selling her lighters and her cookbooks. So she's
a girl.
She's busy with the Snoop Dogs.
Well, she's making money. She's making a lot of money.
They both went to prison. I wonder if they can still travel.
Yeah, I feel like enough money you can do whatever you want. Just pay fine or something like that, or some sort of handling fee or some BS.
Yeah. 2 more questions.
Sure.
What do you think about Meghan and Prince William and South Park being upset about we don't want you to pay attention to us, but buy our book and watch our Netflix special?
Yeah. Oh, I love South Park's take on stuff, right? They don't let any BS slide. So that's fantastic. I also can't imagine what it's like to be Harry. I don't think he wants to be a royal, but at the same time, you don't want to cut your family off. That's just a weird feeling, It's everything you know and everything you love or whatever, it's just born into you. But I can't imagine how difficult that is. And for Meghan, it's all a fairy tale. I mean, sure, she gets people mocking her, but she's asking for that attention, just staying there and being a part of that. So I don't have any sympathy for her, but I have empathy for the situation. That seems ridiculous. Look what happened to Princess Diana. It was nuts stuff. There's crazy people out there. So I hope they're safe. But at the same time, I wish the royals would all just launch themselves into the sun. So. I'm conflicted.
And on that note, I guess I'd love you to say it loud, say it proud. I love Newsload.
I love what load?
Newsload.
Oh, yeah. I didn't want to say. Okay. Okay. All right. I love Newsload.
Amazing. Thank you so very much. We love all of your work. You're very funny. I guess you could compare yourself to sort of a not Jim Carrey, like you're cuter than him. I don't know.
I would love to have just 1/100th of his stack of money.
Yeah.
So I hope it works out for me at some point. But right now I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah, yeah. Are you doing anything this summer of 2023 that we should check out in the area of Ontario?
The area of Ontario. Come spring, I'll be touring around. I'll be doing Toronto and stuff like that. I'll be doing the Toronto downtown Yuck Yucks and doing all that stuff. So I'm in like Burlington and Ajax and Oshawa and all that stuff in April. And then May, June, I'm doing all the CBC festivals. So the comedy festivals all coming up. So hopefully those are rippers and yeah, I'll keep people posted about those.
We love the CBC. My mother insisted that was our driving station. And I hate to take up more of your time, but I'd love to tell you my potato story.
Go for it.
Okay. So this gentleman on CBC, I listened to a 20-minute interview of the different ways he cooked and spiced potatoes for 30 days, and he lost 5 pounds. But it was awful. Like breakfast, lunch, and dinner potato. And he could fry it, or he could, make a potato salad. But it was potatoes the entire time. And you were mentioning French fries are delicious. But could you eat French fries 3 times a day?
No, you'd start to hate potato.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to throw some cucumber sushi in there.
The potatoes are surprisingly nutritious.
I know there's like a lot of vitamins, and you got to leave the skin on apparently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they'll keep you alive for a while in a pinch. I mean, ask the Irish.
Yeah. Are you Irish? Do you have Irish background?
I think probably a little bit in there. I'm a mutt. When people have their backgrounds and their ethnicities and stuff, I'm always jealous because they can point to one thing, or 2 things. I'm like 9 or 10 things. It's just so much.
So is it like French and Scottish, Irish, and like everything?
I have some French and some Russian and some German, some Scottish, Irish in me. I have some very little bit of First Nations in me. First Nations,
that's nice. Do you get any?
Yeah. I mean, it's just a hodge. It's all just mixed up with the multitude of European lineage that's in there.
Oh, wow. And is it always military background, or just your dad, or?
Both my parents were military.
Damn.
My mom was a lifer. I think she got out. I feel like she only retired maybe 8 or 10 years ago, something like that. Like it was fairly recent,
And was she tough with you, and that all you boys started chirping early because
No. Pretty easygoing family for the most part.
That's nice.
Not too bad, like I had curfews. I wasn't allowed to go out and do stuff like that, but I was always playing sports anyway, so it didn't really matter.
Wonderful. Well, Rob, I can't thank you enough for your time. I hope your CBC Summer Festival tour goes wonderful. We'll see if I can maybe jump backstage and put your face on camera and
anytime.
That'd be amazing. Definitely Toronto. I'm close.
You bet.
Okay.
You bet. Let me know. I'll set some tickets aside for you.
Amazing. Well, Rob, thank you so much. Tell your wife, hang on to those crutches and rock on, eh?
Will do.
Yeah, for sure. Later, man.
Thanks so much.
This is the Newsload.